They gave me a good bra. You see the girls? I'm overweight. I'm like, where did all of y'all come from? I thought I was going to vomit and pass out in that shower. Unfortunately, you're not gonna, get that surgery. We're not gonna schedule you. And my boyfriend's like, what? Like, he was such an asshole about it. Oh my goodness, hi, I'm Aubrey. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you're well. So this is gonna be my breast reduction update. You see the girls? You see the girls? I didn't just want to sit here and like, yes, it has been going well. And I'm gonna make a cake. And I got my notes here on the iPad. I wanna make sure that I answer all of your questions. I wanna make sure I give you as much information as possible. So yeah, I hope you've been well. I'm like, where did all of y'all come from? Like, it's nice to see that I wasn't alone and a lot of other people related in some way. And a lot of people also had the surgery already and they already feel so much relief. I'm so happy for y'all and anybody who's considering getting the surgery or is already like booked for the surgery. I'm wishing you so much luck, so much healing, and so much love. Like, I feel amazing. Thank you so much for being here. This is for my babes who don't want any of the real tea and just want me to answer the questions that y'all have, okay? First things first, the doctor took off about 14 pounds. There was a 14-pound difference from before the surgery and after the surgery. The surgery was $400. $400 was my copay. I was on my mom's insurance, and literally that same month that I got the surgery, I was going to be kicked off of her insurance because I was turning 26 years old. As of right now, I got my fitting done about 2 weeks ago. I am a 44C and I still have some swelling. So I was a 40H and now I am a 44C. I did not end up driving for 2 weeks because I ended up having to have 2 surgeries. Typically they say like a week before you should start driving again, but for me it was 2 weeks because I had a second surgery that was not planned. What fun would it be without an apron to bake? Let's get that on real quick and let's get started. You see me, I'm out here looking like a little lemon drop, I'm out here looking like a little lemon drop. I'm sorry. So I did go pick up some stuff and I love baking. I used to want to be a baker, but I'm not a baker. I'm a business owner. Shop Cocoaskyco, by the way. Okay, so as you've known, I've wanted a breast reduction for about 5 years now. The process goes, you go to your primary doctor and ask for a referral for a breast reduction. They'll ask you a few questions like, back pain. They'll see if you have a history of stuff and they'll give you a referral. You go to that referral, which is the plastic surgeon. They're going to have you take off all your clothes. They're not going to take you to dinner first. They're going to have you put a robe on. They're going to examine you. They're going to ask, like, what size you'd like to be. They're going to describe how the procedure would be. You can either get a lollipop incision or an anger incision. And I actually have a lollipop incision. So like they took off my nipple or something like, or they pulled it upwards because I have like a line around my nipple, like a circle. And then I have a line going down. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I keloid. So I literally have like, I guess a keloid forming around my nipple. Can I say nipple? On my nipple. But honestly, I'm just so grateful I was able to get this done that it honestly doesn't even bother me. The doctor did say that it could take up to a year to get some coloring back because right now it's pink and as y'all can see, I'm brown. Like I said, I've been trying to get the surgery for 5 years and every other doctor was pretty chill. It's just like the process ended up being right before the new year would come and I'd have to get a new insurance. So let me tell y'all about the one from last year. Let me tell y'all about that one. As y'all know, I'm overweight, okay? I like to eat, okay? God forbid a girl love to eat. So my BMI is a little higher than it should be. Every single surgeon I went to, the one before the year before last, as in 2022, they did say that my BMI should be around this range. And I was like, okay, cool. I got it down to that range. The only difference was the surgery cut off before my insurance could go in. The 2024 doctor, I went in mind y'all, I'm thinking like he is just God sent. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And he might be, you know, just not my person. Dang it. I'm over here. This is why I probably shouldn't do two things at once. Okay, y'all. I feel like they're listening. The nurse is super cool. I'm just so grateful. Okay, so he was like, you plan on losing any more weight? And I'm like, yeah, maybe about 20 some pounds, you know. And he's like, okay, cool. Well, you know, you might want to be at the weight you want to be at in case you lose the weight after and they become like saggy. Da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So I do start eating better, but I mean, I didn't really take my weight seriously, you know, and I get that is my fault. However, I'm just like so happened to be like, you know what? Let me call to see if I actually need to be a specific BMI, because at no point did he tell me that. And I only talked to this surgeon the first day I went in for my initial appointment, and maybe once over the phone call about the surgery, like scheduling my surgery because my insurance approved it. So I just happened to call and they're like, oh yeah, we want your BMI to be this. I was like, oh shoot, okay. So definitely locked in and I got to that BMI, right? So this is when I'm in December talking about some I fucked around, I found out. And I go in there, I'm the BMI that the person said that I should be. And he's like, oh, no, you need to be under. So unfortunately, you're not going to, you know, get that surgery. We're not going to schedule you. And honestly, a lot of insurances aren't going to approve. So good luck. Like, he was such an asshole about it. He was such a dick about it. That's the crazy thing, okay? Mind y'all, I was moving January 31st of this year. So I would, if I would have gotten that surgery, you know, I wouldn't have been much help with moving and stuff. But the way he just like gave me like the snark, and I'm like, you never told me I had to lose weight. You never told me I had to do this. You didn't specify, hey, if you're not this or under this, we cannot do this. You did not tell me any of that. There was no communication in between my initial appointment and getting my surgery day scheduled. That was it. And obviously I'm a patient. So I mean I'm not off the bat gonna know that I'm supposed to do these things or call. Um so that was that. And honestly, I was about to tweak out. I was about to tweak out. When I tell y'all in that moment, I was just like, okay, no problem. I leave. I'm driving back to my apartment and I cry. And then I don't know what hit me. I don't know what happened. But I was just like, oh, shoot, girl. What did I say? When it doesn't go my way, I get so defeated. I was like, I was driving. I was crying a little bit. And I said, it's okay. We're going to try again. Literally, I don't know what light switch happened, but I was just like, it's okay, Aubrey. It is okay. This was a sign, all right? Y'all know how they say rejection is God's protection. But let me fast forward to January of this year. I was 25 years old, and my mom and me both found out that I could still be on her insurance until 26. And so my mom was like, oh my God, I could have had you on this whole time, like that whole year, because I was on my own insurance. And I was like, oh yeah. So January, I was like, I'm not even going to try to fool with her insurance. You know, it ends next month in February. Let me just call mine. So I go through my insurance and I call them to schedule an appointment. They told me October of this year. October 2025 is the first available appointment they have. I'm just like, oh my God, I have to go through the summer with these balloon bags on me. Oh my gosh. So then I was like, you know what? Something in me just said, let me go ahead and call off of her insurance. Let me call them and see what's going on. So they give me a list of people and I just call and they say, hey, we can get you scheduled tomorrow. I got off of work at 10 a.m. I said, put me right on. I didn't tell nobody this because I was like, I know my family and friends just feel so bad whenever I have bad news about this surgery. So I go. I don't tell nobody. I just go straight there. This person, oh my God. First of all, I took my stuff off. He come in. Oh, you need this surgery. I was like, oh. He said, oh, you need this surgery. Oh, them nurses. So sweet. Every single one of them. Every single one of them, so sweet, okay? They tell me, because they got to run the insurance, but they're not like answering right away. They give me the paper with the quote that says $12,000, and I'm just like, y'all, I pay out of pocket for this. Oh my goodness. It ends up, it says $0, but through my mom's insurance, the minimum payment for like a surgery is $400. That's like the lowest they can go for something like that. So it ended up being $400. The hospital and all that, like the bill I got was like 16,000 some dollars, but it said that I only paid 400. So it took off the 16,000 minus the 16 whatever to end up being $400. So my surgery was a flat $400. They knew my insurance was going to end in a couple of weeks. Mind you, I went January 15th to that appointment. The next week I scheduled, and they told me that they can get me in for, I believe it was like February. I can't remember which February, what date it was, but then they were like, hey, we can actually fit you in for February 3rd. Or if you want the cosmetic that insurance doesn't cover, we can get you February 20 something. But I was like, I just want these gone because I can later on get the cosmetic surgery that they wanted to give me later on. Schedule me February 3rd. I had my surgery. Oh my goodness. I was just like, at any moment, like, is this gonna be taken away from me? Is this gonna be taken away from me? Like every day leading up to it, I'm like, I'm not gonna get a phone call. Something's gonna go wrong. Like what? This is going too smooth. This is too good to be true. Okay, too good to be true. But I had my surgery in the hospital. They were telling me all like how I'm gonna feel nauseous. They stuck something behind my ear to help with the nausea, and I'm so confused. Like, why would I be nauseous? But apparently, it's because of the anesthesia could make you nauseous because of how much they give you. So I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. I've been put under before, and I've never was nauseous, you know. Baby, I woke up. First of all, I was recorded, and I have no idea what was going on. I don't remember saying half of the stuff that I said. I just wanted to go home. I felt so swollen and tight. I was uncomfortable, but they prescribed me meds. They prescribed me the good stuff and nausea stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to need this. Boy, was I wrong. I definitely need that nausea medicine. It was bad. I remember the first time that I was trying to take a shower, my partner had to watch me, and I had to hurry out because I thought I was going to vomit and pass out in that shower. The steam and everything was getting to me. So you will get nauseous. Like that is a thing because of the anesthesia. It makes you nauseous. All right. Everything was going fine. I did have bandages. I did not have drains at first. And everything was going well. I did try to go out for my birthday, but it was so uncomfortable. So I was only there for a little bit. It looked like I was walking. The way I was walking looked like a stick was up my ass. Like I was like walking like this. They did give me a compression bra. I left with a compression bra that I still wear to this day because baby, it's a good bra. They gave me a good bra. I went out to eat for my birthday. That same morning, the following morning, I woke up at 4 a.m. uncomfortable. Okay, I was so uncomfortable. On my bathroom, this boob right here swelled up the size of a watermelon. It was like this, and then here go this one all small, this one like this. I was like, oh, 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 oh. And my boyfriend's like, what, and I'm like, oh. Y'all, I'm guessing like there was a lot of fluid buildup. Okay, they check everything. They give me morphine, all of that, calm me down. I have to have a second surgery with drains. So I get there at 4 a.m. I don't get that surgery till 11 p.m. that night. I feel icky. I'm groggy. I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. I'm not mean to anybody, but I'm just like, ugh, why? Because I'm just so uncomfortable. Like I just want to be in my bed healing. Okay. He comes in, does the surgery for me. I have a drain, and it is attached right here. And I told y'all that I keloid, so you can kind of tell like I have keloid scars, like just going on. And it was inside me, and I was just like, oh, and I had to empty it. And I had to record like everything that came out to keep a log of it. And I would wear sweaters because you're supposed to like wear button up stuff, you know, for easy access. But I went and drove for the first time, and I had a sweater on, and it looked like I had like just like a little weird thing, and I was like, ugh. One thing about me, I was using them riding carts in the store. I was zooming on those riding carts, okay? I was using them. And it's not just because, no, like it was hard for me to walk long distances. So I definitely took that to my advantage. And yeah, maybe like literally a week and a half after I went in to see if I can get them removed. And I saw all the horror stories of how bad it hurts to get them removed. When I tell y'all, I was terrified, okay? First of all, I didn't want anybody close up on me because it was hard for me to really shower and scrub as good as I wanted to. So I'm like, I hope I don't stink. TMI, I know. But I'm like, I hope I do not stink because I have not been able to scrub how I really want to because I have surgical wounds everywhere. And so she's talking to me, getting ready to remove it. And she's like, all done. And I'm like, you took the drain out? She's like, yeah. I said, I didn't feel a thing. You're an angel. You are an angel. And that following week, I go in and I get my tape removed because I had surgical tape all around to, I guess, cover the healing and incisions. And I was just like, ah. So the one thing that did happen was I had like an open little, I don't know what the word is called, the little wound on my nipple area. So I had to keep putting Aquaphor on it and just kept it covered with gauze. And it healed up really fast. My eye healed really good. As y'all can see, I'm moving around. I'm acting a fool. I'm back at work. As far as aftercare, they told me that I could start using creams and stuff. Right now, I've just been using shea butter to keep myself moisturized. And honestly, if you know, I have scars. I'm not really too heated about the scars. I'm honestly not. Overall, I'm so happy with my decision. It wasn't much, but I made them little gift baskets my last appointment, and I'm hoping to get the courage to ask them to be in a video, like of us waving or just like and thank them. I don't know. So I'm so happy like that video did blow up though, because when I tell you all, Banerjee plastic surgery got me right. Like the way it happened, like we moved in the 31st to our new place, and then on the 3rd I had my surgery scheduled, so everything was moved in. I was able to help like move the stuff in, and then boom, right after. So it's like everything really did happen for a reason, and I just thought it was like so crazy. Like we settled into this new place, then I'm getting my new boobs, and I'm just like, wow, everything really does happen for a reason. And I'm so glad that I did not let that set me back or like put me in that rough space that I would have been a couple years ago when something didn't go my way. I'm just like, wow, I really finally did it. Everybody is still in shock, like, wow, you finally did it. You've been wanting this for so long. Like, I was miserable, okay? The pain of like the surgery and the second surgery is nothing like worth it. I go through it over and over again. I feel so much better. I got me a 2-pack of bras from Walmart. Like I used to have to get my bras from Lane Bryant. Like I used to have to pay like $55 for a bra. I bought a 2-pack of bras from Walmart for $18, y'all. $18. You know how many bras I can now get with the $55 I was spending? I can get like 3 packs, right? 18, 18, 18. Yeah, plastic bras. Don't get me started, baby. I was up in Victoria's Secret, and that's where she fitted me. 34C. I mean 44C. I keep getting it mixed up. 44C. Like what? Little chichis. I'm not gonna lie. After that cake was finished and iced, I fell asleep. I just woke up. It's like 5 something. So, this is how the cakes came out. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I will do my best to answer it. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the love. I'm going to see y'all in my next video. I hope you stick around. I appreciate you. Until next time.